As you can see, I have absolutely no money. Today, in this video, I have 4 hours to try to make as much money as possible in GTA Online. Let's waste no time, so let's start the timer right now. All right, clock is running. 4 hours is on the clock. So immediately what I'm going to try to do first is I'm going to try to do an HSW time trial. I purposely started this video very close to the HSW time trial. And luckily this time trial isn't that difficult in my opinion. This is one of the easier HSW time trials. So this is going to be good. Oh, geez, that's not a good start. This isn't the usual account I do these types of videos with usually. So yeah, I'm just restarting this. That was awful. What an awful start. That was just terrible driving. There's no way around it. Anyways, this is a shorter one, so I can afford to maybe fail a few times, but let's not get carried away here. But yes, we're trying to make as much money in 4 hours on this account. So far we've done a video of me trying to make as much money in 1 hour. And then we've done a video where I'm trying to make as much money in 2 hours. So now I decided to go ahead and do 4 hours. And pretty much with 4 hours at play, I'll have pretty much everything that makes really good money at play. I have time to pretty much do all the best money making methods. So that's going to be a little bit exciting, but still I got to be pretty efficient if I want to get everything done that I want. I want to be a little bit aggressive in my strategies. But it all starts with completing an HSW time trial, which I mean, this attempt has been a lot better, but I still got to be able to complete it. Can't choke. Oh my gosh. I didn't complete, bro. That was a good attempt and I still didn't complete it. Yeah, this is crazy. That was a very good attempt. First attempt, absolutely. That was horrible. That last attempt though, that was great and I still didn't complete it. I mean, when we do complete this though, we're going to be making a lot of money. Okay, this one's going to come down to the wire once again. I have 10 seconds to go. I would really like to complete it here. 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh, there was almost a griefing NPC right at the end. Bro, that stupid car right there. This isn't really good for, you know, what I'm trying to do here, wasting an RPG shot right there, but I don't care. That car deserves it. Embarrassing. It almost cost me. I would have been even more pissed than what I am right now. I mean, geez, that should not have happened. But anyways, we made $251,000 off of that, which is good. Because even still, we've even gotten 6 minutes into the video yet. We haven't even made 6 minutes in the video, and we've made already $250,000. That's a good time. But anyways, I'm going over to the agency now. I'm going to do something we haven't even done in any of the other trying to make as much money as possible videos, and that is going to be the contract, which in my opinion is the second best way to make money. But there's a reason I'm doing it first, but I'll explain why once we actually complete this fully. But anyways, let's go ahead and let's start this up. So we go over to VIP contract, and yeah, this is the Dr. Dre contract. I've done this before on this account, but essentially we have to do 3 leaks. We have to complete these 3 leaks, which essentially they're like mini heists. There's 2 setups and a finale for each of these leaks, and after there's 2 more missions, and then after that we'll get a good amount of money. But anyways, let me go ahead and let's get started with each of these leaks. Okay, so we've completed the 2 setups for the nightlife leak, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started with the finale right here. I'm gonna show you the finales for each of the leaks for the first time around. I plan on doing the contract once again later on in this video though. The nightlife leak finale, here we go. So we have to make our way over to the Diamond Casino. We have to go to the Diamond Casino because someone stole some music from a very prolific artist. We're trying to get that music back for that prolific artist. So let's go over to the Diamond Casino. Okay, so we've made it over to the Diamond Casino. We are here, and there's apparently like a little gathering going on here. There's a gathering playing the music that we need to go get. So we're just gonna walk straight up to the DJ and we're just gonna yank that crap back. Okay, so this is the promoter right here. We're gonna try to grab the music. Oh, bro, what, bro? A glass bottle to the head? Nah, you're dead, bro. You're dead. I don't give a crap who you are. I don't give a crap about the music anymore. Yeah, but anyways, this promoter, he has like a little private military, which is weird, but okay. So essentially, we gotta pick off his, we have to pick off his bodyguards one by one just to try to make it anywhere close to him. Okay, so he's running down the hallways right now. There's a few of his guards right through here, and he actually went down the elevator, so we might as well just take the elevator and just keep chasing him. And then he's apparently somewhere in here, so let me just keep taking out even more guards. It's kind of ridiculous how many guards he has. Okay, so here he is. This is the guy, bro. You smash a glass bottle on my face, you're gonna get a bullet right there. Very nice. Okay, so we got the backpack full of the music, so now we need to leave the music locker and take it back to the agency, and that'll be it for the nightlife league. Okay, there we go. We've made it back to the agency, and there we go. Mission passed. So we have 2 more leaks that we have to get into, so So the next leak that we do, I think it's gonna be the High Society leak. I'll see you when we're ready to go with the finale for that leak. Okay, so we have the High Society leak ready to go for its own finale. So let's go ahead and start it up. So we are rolling High Society for this mission because we are doing the High Society leak. So once again, someone has stolen some music and we have to go retrieve that music. But this time it's gonna be some guy that has a lot of money or something like that, who's hosting a party with a lot of people that have a lot of money. So yeah, we need to go over to this guy's mansion and kind of interrupt the party that he is throwing. Okay, so we have made it to the mansion and we have to search for the source of the music. But just in case you didn't know, this car has a bomb placed within it. So I want to trash this party. We're gonna have to trash this party. So I'm gonna precisely place this car right here, and then we're gonna go over here, and this is the source of music. All the guests are running away, but the guards, they're not really too concerned with me at the moment. So now let's just go ahead and just start shooting away. So yeah, now there's a lot of people mad at me. So we need to go take out a bunch of these guards. So these guys that steal the music, they all have guards and whatnot. Okay, so I need to detonate the bomb, the car bomb, and there we go. Very nice. So now all the cars are gonna start blowing up and everything. So essentially what we're trying to do is we're trying to just intimidate the billionaire. We need to try to intimidate him by taking out like all of his bodyguards and whatnot. And that includes his helicopter. This helicopter is very, very important. If not, we will die very quickly. So that is good that we just took that out. Anyways, there's a lot more people. There's a lot more people down here. So we've intimidated the billionaire enough to the point where he's actually gonna get into his helicopter. He's gonna try to start flying away from me. That's just not gonna happen though. That is not gonna happen. I'm gonna pull out my sniper right here and we're just gonna start chipping away. Just start shooting this thing. Now, I'm gonna show y'all a pretty neat trick with this mission. If I can take out this helicopter. Okay, we took out the helicopter enough. It just says follow the billionaire's helicopter. What I'm actually gonna do is I'm just gonna blow myself up. And we have 2 team lives, so I just gotta take myself out 2 more times. And there's a specific reason I'm doing this. This is actually a time save. So this is gonna be actually very helpful for us during this whole challenge. Okay, there we go. That's the last time I needed to do that. Yep, there we go. I failed, died. But did I really fail? We'll see why that's not necessarily the case. So just click restart. So we were in the city. Now we're spawning all the way over near Fort Zancudo. And that is because after you do that, the helicopter crashes down. And if we wouldn't have done that, we would have to follow the helicopter all the way up here. But instead, doing that, we just took ourselves out and we just kind of sped up that process. Instead of us trying to just follow it all the way down here, we just decided like, hey, you can do that and we'll just spawn over there. So there we go. We just had to take out the guy. So I just ran him over and then I collected the phone with all the music in it. And now all we got to do is just deliver it back to the agency and that'll be it for this mission. Pretty freaking simple. And there we go. Mission passed. We have one more leak to get to. So I'll see you when we're ready to go for that finale. Okay. So I just did a quick stash out. So I made like an extra 30K in like a minute or two. Nothing too crazy that went on there. But anyways, we're ready to go with the finale for the South Central leak. So here is the final leak. This is the South Central leak. So we need to go meet Vernon and P at the Davis Mega Mall. So we met with Vernon and P. We just have to follow them over to where we need to go. So we've made it over here. This is the Vagos' area. And somehow they got their hands on the music that we're trying to get. So we need to take these guys out and we need to get the music. So once again, we intimidated this guy enough to the point where he's going to get into the vehicle that's playing the music and he's just going to try to drive away. Okay, so just like that, I took out the guy that was driving the vehicle very, very quickly. So we can go retrieve this vehicle and take it back to the agency. And that's pretty much just going to be it. So we've made it back over to the agency. And just like that, mission is passed. So now we have kind of like a 2-part finale that we have to get into. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're getting into the mission now called Studio Tampa. This is kind of part 1 of the finale. So we need to go take Dr. Dre his car back. We just need to deliver it back to his studio, which is Record A Studios. Not too far away. All right. And apparently there's a ton of people attacking Dr. Dre. So we have to take out all the gunmen that this guy has sent out after Dr. Dre. So everyone outside has been taken out, but there's a lot of people that are inside of Record A Studios. So we got to go in and help them out. So yeah, there's just a ton of people within Record A Studios. So we just have to make our way through, just take out one by one. So finally, all the gunmen have been taken out. Now we can just go to the control room and we can sit through a cutscene. And just like that, mission passed. So we have one more mission we have to get into, and this will be the finale. So we're jumping into the finale right here. Don't F with Dre. So we have to go to Johnny Guns, and this is the guy that sent all the gunmen after Dr. Dre. We have to go to his last known location. All right, so we found Johnny Guns, but he was gonna cower it away and just zip on out of here. So everyone's sticking out here, but we have to go try to track down Johnny Guns again, and apparently we're getting intel that he is at LSIA. So let's go on over there. All right, so we've made it to LSIA, and we have to try to find Johnny Guns in the hangar, but I know where he is in the hangar because I've done this mission plenty of times. Okay, so I'm gonna go right over here. This is going to be the way to get to Johnny Guns quicker. So we go this way. There we go. Because Johnny Guns is all the way over here. If you don't go that way, you have to take out a lot more people, which is a little bit annoying. We have to injure Johnny Guns. There we go. Good stuff. And now we have to go grab him. So we took out Johnny Guns, and all we got to do now is just take Dr. Dre to Pacific Bluffs Country Club. And yeah, we should be good to go after that. So we've taken him back to the country club, and there we go. He's going to walk away and get into his helicopter, and there we go. Mission passed, and this is the whole reason why we did this. We just made $1 million. We made $1 million, but unfortunately it took, what is it? It took 1 hour and 37 minutes in total. That's including the HSW time trial too that we did in the beginning. So it took a little longer than I would have liked, but let's go ahead and let's go do our next big money-making method. Okay, so we've made it over to my Casaca. We're going to set up the Cayo Perico heist. So we had to pay $100,000 to start it up, but yeah, we're going to do another Cayo Perico heist. We did this in the 2-hour video. So yeah, y'all pretty much, if y'all watch it, y'all know what's going on here. So I'm not going to talk throughout this entire heist until we get to the finale. So I'm still in the middle of setting up this Cayo Perico heist. I've only got 2 setups done actually, but we just crossed the 2-hour mark remaining. We have less than 2 hours now. We're over halfway there, and all we've done so far is we've done an HSW time trial. We have done a contract for Dr. Dre, and we are slightly under halfway there to completing a Cayo Perico heist. So my goal is definitely to wrap up this Cayo Perico heist, then turn around and do another contract for Dr. Dre. But that's going to be cutting it extremely close. I'm going to have to be very efficient. I think during the first contract for Dr. Dre, I was not that efficient, or at least I could have been better in my opinion. So this next time that we're going to be doing it, I got to tighten up. I just got to call a spade a spade. I gotta be a lot better. But yeah, it's going to come down to the wire. It's going to be a huge difference between $1 million actually. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So we got the Cayo Perico heist fully set up, so we're ready to go with the finale. Approach vehicle is going to be the long fin. Infiltration point is going to be main dock. Compound entry point is the drainage tunnel. Escape point doesn't matter. Time of day, I want to do this during the daytime so I can see, and then I want to equip suppressors. That was free. Just want to make that clear. All right, a rainy day here on the island of Cayo Perico. A very stormy day here at the island of Cayo Perico, but it doesn't matter. I'm still going to walk in, grab, what am I stealing? I'm stealing a ruby necklace. That's what it is. Maybe not the best primary target, but you know, it's all right. But anyways, yeah, we're going to go in and we're going to be stealing that, but I'm going this way first so I can steal some secondary targets. Okay, so I want to park my boat right here, and I want to go this way so we can go to the hangar, which has some decent secondary loot for us. I need to take out that guard right there. Good stuff. And we need to get inside of this hangar, and we need to go collect the secondary loot. So I can fill up my entire loot bag just from this one hangar. So here's one thing of secondary loot. This is going to be white stuff. This is going to take up 50% of our loot bag. You can already see in the bottom right hand corner, that's $219,000. And then after that, there's going to be 2 more bundles of cash, which both of those bundles of cash will equate to the other half of the loot bag that I need to fill up. There we go. You can see that was roughly another 100,000 of take right there. Now let's get on the forklift. We need to create a way to make it up to like the next floor so we can actually collect some more secondary loot. So I got to be professional forklift operator right here, and then we're going to climb up here, climb on the box, and then we're all right here, and we can cut through this little gate so that we can collect the final bundle of cash. And just like that, we have filled up our loot bag. So just off of secondary loot alone, we have made just under $400,000. Good stuff. Now we need to make it all the way over to El Rubio's compound. So we're going to walk all the way back to boat that we parked just over here, and we're going to drive all the way over there, and then we're going to try to get into the drainage tunnel. So we've made it over to the compound. So I'm jumping out the boat. I'm going to abandon the boat right here. We're going to go underwater, then press left on the D-pad to equip a rebreather. You can see in the bottom right hand corner, my screen is bugging out. Ever since the new update, it's it's been doing that every time I equip a rebreather. I don't know why that's the thing. But anyways, I need to cut through this grate. This is the entrance to the drainage tunnel, so I need to cut through this grate. Once we do that, we can swim our way over to the compound. Okay, so we've made it to the end of the drainage tunnel. Once we make it here, then we can swim all the way up and then make our way to the compound. Gosh, this is a rarity. This is a rarity to get a freaking Cayo Perico heist when it's raining like this. Not that I want it like this. It's just rare. But anyways, we gotta go to the underground vault, but I'm gonna go this way. So run this way. I'm very quick when it comes to this part to make sure that we don't run into any guards, anything like that. The timing is very precise on this. A guard just turned around right here. That's a good thing. Run right past him. Then we're gonna run up to this guard, smack him in the face like that. Good stuff. Then we're gonna climb up this steps, and then this guy's gonna turn the corner, smack him in the face like that. Unfortunately, none of those guards drop gate keys, but that's okay. Not the biggest deal in the world. There's a safe. There's a safe right here. A secret safe we want to open up. And guess what? There's gonna be some extra cash in there. There's only like $40,000 right there on the lower end, but hey, extra cash is extra cash. Just because I didn't get gate keys, I have to do this hack. It's gonna be a little bit longer than the hack if I would have had gate keys, so that's a little annoying. And there we go. Just like that, we have completed this hack. That took me 40 seconds. Not too bad. Not too bad. Now we need to make our way down. And down here is the level where the primary target is. And as you can see, like I said earlier, this is going to be the ruby necklace. So we have this cutter right here, and we have to cut through the glass so we can actually get this ruby necklace. So we just broke through the glass, got ourselves a nice ruby necklace, and you can see in the bottom right hand corner, our take is a lot higher. Our take now is over $1.1 million, but we need to get out of here. We need to get out of the compound. So I like to get up to this point and kind of pay attention to the mini map because I want to just drop down somewhere in here. If you can see the stairs, kind of where I'm aiming my gun, I want to drop down in there, which I think right now is actually a good time. Okay, I need to hurry up though. There's a guard that's about to turn around. Jeez, the timing is crazy, but made it. No guard saw me. There's a guard just walking right there. Take that guard out, and then we can actually get out of the compound. Hey, by the way, we're trying to do this stealthy. If we run into any guards or they notice I'm here, it's gonna make this a lot harder, and we'll actually miss out on the elite challenge. Now, right now, with all that I've done, the elite challenge is still in play. So all I gotta do now is just leave pretty much. So we've made it out the compound, but we're not quite done yet. We're gonna run this way, shoot a guy right there. We're gonna get on his bike and pretty much just drive all the way to the ocean, jump off the bike, and just start swimming away. All right, so we've made it into the water, so all we gotta do is just literally swim away. And that is it. So we've made it back to the mainland. We can skip this cutscene, finally. And there we go, heist pass. Now, how long did that take? Yeah, it took like 50-ish minutes, so I don't know. We have less than an hour and 30 minutes to do another contract for Dr. Dre. It's gonna be cutting it extremely close, but before we get ahead of ourselves, we made just under $1 million there, but it's calculating the elite challenge. I got everything done for the elite challenge, so in total, we made $1,045,000. Very good stuff. I made that amount of money in right around 50 minutes. So since that's done, let's take a look at how much money we have. We have made $2,305,000. I want to do another contract for Dr. Dre, so I need to go back to the agency and let's do that over again. All right, and there we go. Our second Dr. Dre contract has been passed, another $1 million, and we have right around 12 minutes left on the clock. So look, we've made a good amount of money, but I want to make even more. We have 12 minutes left on the clock. Don't want that to be wasted, so I'm gonna waste no time. I'm gonna call in my Sparrow, and I gotta figure out exactly what I want to do. I think the junk energy time trial would be good, so let me fly over there first. Okay, we've made it over to the junk energy time trial. This is gonna be similar to what we did at the start of this video, except instead of us using an HSW vehicle, we are using this bike. So these are a little bit more automatic to do, at least in my opinion, than the HSW time trial, so we shouldn't have too much issue here. It's just the fact that we had to come all the way out to almost Mount Chiliad and start this up. And just like that, we have completed that first try. Made $51,000. How much time do we have remaining? Just under 8 minutes. So since I'm all the way out here, I kind of want to do the LS Tours board, which we have a pretty good one, at least in my opinion. So take a look at the LS Tours board, and just in case if you don't know what this is, there's 3 animals that we have to photograph every single day. If you do, you get a total of $100,000. The animals today are a cat, mountain lion, and chicken hawk. We're actually very, very close to my mountain lion go-to location, so I want to get that done first. And then I gotta figure out a chicken hawk spot. That's the one I'm a little bit iffy on. I don't know exactly where that would spawn in, but hopefully I just just stumble on it. You know, actually, during the Junk Energy time trial, I did see a mountain lion, but this is my automatic spot. I know exactly where the hell they spawn in right here. So you should turn this corner, and there should be a mountain. Oh, yep, there he is. It just ran into a car, but he didn't technically get injured off it, which is good. Let me pull out the camera, and boom, that's a good photo. Good stuff. $20,000 right there. Let's go after the chicken hawk next. I mean, if we can get this done within 8 minutes, this is going to be very, very huge opportunity for us. Should be an easy 100,000. Oh, I found a cat. Wow, we are getting a buzzer beater cat photo. What a exhilarating end to this video. Unless if I see a chicken hawk, I literally see no birds. I see no birds. Yeah, chicken hawks are not wanting to spawn in. Timer has expired, so let's calculate how much total money we have made. So in total, for 4 hours of work, trying to make as much money as possible, we have made $3,486,000, which that's definitely a good amount of money. But yeah, we made $3,486,000 within 4 hours, and nothing was double money either for this. Just keep that in mind also. So we've done how much money I can make in 1 hour, 2 hours, and now 4 hours. I think the next natural progression that we should do is going to be 8 hours. But anyways, it's good to do for this video. Make sure you check out this video right here if you want to see me start out as a level 1 in a bad sport lobby in GTA Online.